welcome to all of you. I Shivam Singh to teach you a computer. Hope you all are fit and fine. I welcome you all in this online classes. Today in this computer class, you will study about second lesson, that is Introduction to Access. As we all keep some type of database in our daily life, for example, an almirah is used to keep all our clothes at one place so that they may be easily used when we want. And we keep all our copies and books in our school bag. In the same way, a school keeps the record of all the students of the school. It is very difficult to keep and maintain too many data manually. In this type of situation, DBMS, RDBMS is useful. So let us study about DBMS, RDBMS in details. So first let us see the topic of this lesson, database and DBMS. Database objects, MS Access 2010, creating a table in database view, entering data using datasheet view, data types in Access, creating a table in design view, primary key. Database and database management system. So a database is an organized collection of related data so that it can be easily accessed, managed and updated by us. A database management system, DBMS, is a software program that enables us to create, modify and extract data from a database. DBMS can be based on different data models such as network, hierarchical, and relational. A DBMS based on the relational data model stores data in the form of tables and is called Relational Database Management System, that is RDBMS. So in this chapter, you will learn about Microsoft Access, which is an example of RDBMS. First, let us see what are the advantages of using DBMS. DBMS reduces the problem of keeping duplicate records. So in this, we cannot create any duplicate data or we cannot enter any type of duplicate data, and also there is a less chance of any mistake, and the records are more completed in the proper manner. Also you can share the data from this, and also we can keep the control on this data that anybody cannot access. Next is what are the disadvantages of using DBMS. So it is complex to understand. So in this it is little bit typical to understand this DBMS, and also some applications of database management system works very slow, and it is costly, and also it's store and also it's take large storage space in your hard disk. Next topic is database objects. In this database, we can create more than one tables. A table is the main thing for any database, and data can be in the form of rows and columns, and it just looks like for your Excel spreadsheets. A column of table is called fields, means the heading of data, and a row of a table is called records of anything. A single row contains a single entry of each column. In the table of any database can contain any external elements or the objects. This can store, display and print data. And also in this you can create your own program and save steps or buttons pressed while making it. So the first in this is form. A form is an interactive used for viewing, adding, deleting and modifying the data. So in this, with the help of form, we can see the data, add, delete and also edit any type of data. Next is queries. Queries means the questions asked from anybody. So in this, a query is a question asked from the database. For example, in a library database, you can generate a query to find out whether a particular book is available or not. Next is reports. Reports are used to view and do the summary of data in the proper format. For example, in a bank database, you may generate a report showing the names and addresses of all the customers. And in schools, we record the students' record to show the students' admission number, name, address, roll number, etc. Next is MS Access. MS Access is the most commonly used general purpose DBMS on a Windows based computer, and it is a part of the Microsoft Office suite. MS Access is also called the Relational Database Management System, that is RDBMS, because it links the different tables of your database and gives the correct output. MS Access allows individuals and small business organizations to manage large amount of data and information. In MS Access, you can store data, add, modify or delete the data. Also, you can generate a query about data and also produce reports to view the data. So the next topic is starting MS Access. Means how will you open MS Access? So here I will tell you how to open it. So in this Windows 10, it is very easy to open. Just go to the search bar and type Access. And you can see that here Access app has appeared, and after clicking on this Access app, your Microsoft Access will start. Okay, so like this you can open your MS Access, and this is the first view of your MS Access. Now the next topic is how to create a new database. So to create a new database, follow the steps. First, you have to click on this new button, and here you can see that blank database icon has appeared. So when you will click on this blank database, so one dialog box will open, and here there is a blank database name option. So here you will write your file name. Suppose for example I am writing this in a student record. So I am creating a file name as student record, and after that just click on this create button. So this will open MS Access, and here is the welcome screen, and this is your MS Access. Now here you can see that this is the file tab, and here at the top there is a quick access toolbar, and this is your ribbon, and this is your object name, and this is your navigation pane, this is your record numbers, and these all three buttons are your window controls, and here this is the status bar, and this is the view shortcuts. So these are the parts of your MS Access. Now in this navigation pane you can see all the list of your database objects which you will create in this, and which are the parts of your database. And in MS Access there are 6 types of database objects, that are tables, forms, reports, queries, macros, and modules. And these objects can be created by clicking on this create button, create tab, and here you can see all these things. These are the database objects under the create tab. So here you can see the tables and forms, reports, queries, macros, and modules. So all these 6 types of database objects are available in this create tab. Now the next is views of a table. So in MS Access there is a 2 ways or by which data can be entered in a table, that is datasheet view and the design view. So how you can see this table? First you have to click on this home button, then you can see there is a view icon, and when you will click on this view icon, the 2 views will be available. So this is the datasheet view and this is design view. So while clicking on these both views individual, you can see the difference of these views. Okay. Now the next is creating a table in datasheet view. So in datasheet view, when you will open it in a new table, it just looks like a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. So in this also you can see the rows and the columns, where the rows are the records of any single things and the columns are the fields, means in fields you can write the headings of any table. So when you create a new database, MS Access automatically open a new database, new table in a datasheet view. So when we will click on this datasheet view, you can see this is your datasheet view. So in this, MS Access automatically names the first field as ID. But we can change this ID name and also we can add the new ID, new fields in this. Now to add one or more tables to your database, so first you have to click on the create tab and then you have to click on this table icon. Here you can see your second table has been created, means the new table has been inserted in this. Entering data using datasheet view. So let us see how to enter data in MS Access table. So to enter data, first you have to click on this cell and you have to type any name. For example, then press the tab button to move to the next and type another data. Then move to the next with tab key and then again enter other data. Then to the other. Okay, after completing single data, press the enter key or move to the next line. Okay, just after filling all the details, I'm coming back. So you can see I have entered this data in this table, and so after entering all the records, the column fields also should be changed. So we have to write the specific names of these fields. So to change the field name, first you have to click on this field, then go to the field tab and click on this name and caption. So here you can change the name of fields. So this is the name. Their name should be there. Type the name and click on OK. So you can see here, after clicking on OK, this field name has been changed. So now like this we will change all the fields heading just while clicking on this and go to the name and caption and give the name. Okay, then again click on this field, go to the name and caption and type date of birth and then click on this again, same, type the activity and in this there will be sports. So like this we can change the fields of this table. So now you can see here our table is completed with the field names and the records. Now the next is how to save a table. So to save a table, first you have to click on this file tab and go to the save option, and once this save as dialog box will open, and here you have to type the table name. So I am just typing here the name as a record, and after clicking on this OK button, here you can see the table name has been changed as a record and it is saved. Now the next is data types in MS Access. So in this MS Access, it stores the different types of data in a table, and these data types are very different according to the fields in a table. So the various data types and the uses of their data types are explained all in these tables. Just go through it and see all the data types, data that can be stored, and the uses of that data type. Next is creating a table in design view. So let us see how to create a table in design view. So to create a table, first we have to go to the create tab, and then you have to click on this table design. So this is the design view of the table which is appeared here. So let us see how to enter the field name in this table. So the first we will write in this is roll number. Okay, and in this data type, so you know that roll number is in the form of numbers. So we will select the data type as number. And next is name of the student. Name of the students, and this is in the form of text, so we will select as a short text. After that, there is a date of birth. So in date of birth, it is in the form of date, so we will select here date and time. Then there is marks obtained. Marks obtained, and this marks is in the form of number, so we will select here number as a data type. And after that, there is a field name as scholarship received. Scholarship received, and that is in the form of yes or no. We have to write that, so we will select yes or no data type. And then fee per month is fee per month, and this is in the form of currency, so we will select the currency data type. And after that, email, and this should be in the form of hyperlink. So this we have, like this we have designed the field names, and in your table your field names will look like this. Now after that, you can set the field properties. So for example, in this roll number, when you will click on this roll number, and you can see the properties of these fields at the bottom, and after clicking on this general tab, you can see the properties of this roll number. So in this field size, it is showing as a field size as long integer, and while clicking on this drop down arrow, you can select any of these options, that how you want to display your roll number, in the form of long numbers or in the form of short numbers. Okay, you can select it from here, and after clicking You can see it is selected. And next is name of the students. When you will click on this, so again field size. So what should be the field size? Means the characters of alphabet, how much you want to be inserted in that row or a cell of that field student's name. So this here by default it is 255 characters, means 255 characters name you can insert in this. Next is date of birth, and here when you will click, you can see here is a format. So when you will click at the drop down of this format, you can see the different types of date format is here. So whatever the type of format you want to select, you can click here. Okay, and the short date format has been inserted in this. Next field name is marks obtained. So in this also field size is long integer. You can select whatever you want in this. So in this you want to keep the marks obtained as a decimal, double, single, replication, ID type of number, long integer, short integer, or a single byte. Then after that there is a scholarship received. So this is simply in the form of yes or no, true or false, on or off. So any of these three options you can select any one. Okay, so this format we have selected yes or no, this we want, and in this piece per month we can, there is a currency data type. So from here what type of currency we want, we are using a Indian currency, so we will select the currency as in a form of rupees. After that there is a email. So here you can select, this is the hyperlink, so there is no format. Okay, so now our next topic is entering data in a table. So in this, first you have to go to click on the design tab, and after that just go to the view icon and click on this and click on data sheet view. So after clicking on this data sheet view, so like this our form will open. So you can see here our field has been changed and it is according to the heading. So now we will type the data. So now here we will start entering the data. First there is roll number, so we will type first roll number, then press the tab button and it will move to the next, and here we will type the name. Then press the tab button and enter the date of birth. Again press the tab button, correct this and make the top. Then press the tab button to type the marks, and here it is asking for the scholarship and we will click as for yes or no. Okay, in no we will leave the blank, and in yes we will click here like this, and fees per month we will write the amount. So insert any amount. Then in email address, now here we will insert the fees per month. Now here we will insert the fees per month as 1000 and press the tab button, and here we will write the email. Okay, so this is our first data, and like this we will enter all the data in this table. Okay, press the enter key. We will move to the next line and start entering the next data. Okay, now the next is primary key. A primary key is field that is defined in only one data that should be unique. So from this primary key we search the whole data of any particular person. So in this data, our roll number is the unique number of every student. So in this we will set the primary key in roll number. So let us see how to set primary key in a roll number. So to set the primary key in roll number, first go to the home tab and then click on this view button, and there you can see the design view. So click on this design view option, and here all the fields which we have created, here we can see all the fields. So now here we have to set the primary key in roll number. So we will just go to the left of this roll number and right click on this roll number. So here we can see that primary key option has came, and we will just click on this primary key option, and you can see one small key icon has came here, and that means our primary key has set in this roll number. Now our next topic is inserting a new field in design view. So in this we will see how to insert a new field in the design view. So for that, first we have to go to the design view. So for that, just click on here view button and go to the design view. So this is our design view, and here you have to insert the new field. So for this, just we have to right click anywhere where we want to add. So we will click here, and here is the option of insert rows. So when we will click here in insert rows, you can see one new field has been inserted. So why we will and what is the need to insert a new field in between? Suppose sometimes we have to add new fields, or we have forgot to insert any new field. So in this case we insert the new field in between. Okay, so now we will write here the admission number of a student. So admission number, and that is in the form of number, so we will select the data type as number, and then our field has been inserted in this design view. Now after this, when we will move to the data sheet view, it is asking to you must first save the table. So to save this we have to click on this yes button. Okay, so now you can see here our admission number field has been inserted here, and we can write the admission number here. Okay, And now your next topic is inserting a new field in datasheet view. So now here we will see how to insert the new field in this datasheet view only. Okay, so for this we don't have to go to the design view. Here also we can insert the new field. So let us see how to insert the new field. So for this you have to right click on this and you can see the option insert field. Okay, so we will click on here insert field option and you can see our new field has been inserted. So to name this field we will double click here and we can give the name of this field. So what options we don't have, we can insert here the class. Okay, so just click any next cell. So we can see that here class field has been inserted. So from here also we can insert the new field in both design view and the datasheet view. From both the place we can insert the new field. Okay, after that we can insert the data in this. Okay, next topic is deleting a field in design view. So if you want to delete the field which you don't want in your data, you can also delete that data or the field from your table. So to delete the data from the design view, first we have to go to the design view from the view and from here if whatever fields we want to delete, we have to just click on this. Suppose if we want to delete this field, we will click on here and right click. Here we will get the option to delete the rows, and also you can get this delete option and insert option in this design view tab. From here also you can insert the rows and delete the rows. So anywhere you can click and your rows will be inserted and deleted. So we will click here to delete the rows and it is asking for the permission that do you want to permanently delete the selected fields and all the data in the fields. So to delete the permanent, click on yes. So we will click on yes and you can see here the class field has been deleted. So now again go to the design view, data sheet view, and it is asking to save it. So do you want to save the table now? So we want to save the table now. So for that we will click on yes. So now here you can see the class field has been deleted. So like this you can delete the fields in design view tab. Now the next is deleting a field in data sheet view. So from here also you can delete the field. So as you have inserted the field from here also, so like this you can delete the field from datasheet view also. So for this, to delete the field in datasheet view, first you have to click on this datasheet view or any field which you want to delete. So just right click here and at the last there is the option to delete the field. So after clicking on this delete field option, it will ask the permission. The confirmation dialog box is this. So do you want to permanently delete? Yes, I want to permanently delete this field, and we will click on this yes button. So you can see from here also it is deleted. So in both the place, in design view and in the data sheet view, you can delete the field and also insert the new field. Okay. Now the next is moving up field. So if you want to move the fields up and down to rearrange the orders of the field, so you can also move any of the field up and down to make it in the presentable manner or to make a serial of the order. Okay, so this also you can do it. For that you have to click on any of the field which you want to move. Suppose we want to move this date of birth above this name of the students. So we will click here in date of birth and release the mouse. Okay, just after clicking on this date of birth, we will leave the mouse. Okay, then again we will select this, and now you can see this black dark line. Now we will move this to the upward. Okay, so the dark line moves to the upward. Now we will release the mouse. So here you can see the date of birth moves to the upward and the name of the students comes down. Okay, so like this also you can change the order of the fields. So move to the data sheet view to save this. So you must save the table. Yes, and you can see here date of birth becomes left side. Okay, now our next and last topic is editing record in a table. So it is very simple to edit and change any of the data in this data sheet view. So for that you have to just move the cursor to that field or that cell which you want to change, and you can just delete that data and change it. Okay, so like this you can change the record, you can edit the record of this table and it will be automatically saved.